Warning: this game contains content and themes of domestic violence, emotional abuse, sexual assault, suicide, mental illness, child abuse, and other mature themes. If you find yourself experiencing a negative reaction to these themes, or if you need mental health resources, please visit the link below. Hello everybody, this is Tom, also known as Silverfin, and welcome back to Silent Hill 2. When we last left off, we stepped from one apartment into the next and from one world into another, and I found one of those incredibly creepy but usually helpful save points. We are now somewhere in the other set of apartments. Henry fears Scott, he'll run from him and hide, he's fled to the west, to the other side, but here comes Mildred with unknown intent, Scott lies face down, blind to her descent. Okay, so that's the clue we need for the clock puzzle, but the problem is that we can only wait a minute, no, that makes... So I just need to work out which clock hand is which, and then I can orient them based on that note. Okay. I can get behind that. That seems doable. No sign of the Pyramid Head. But this place is bound to be full of monsters. Okay. Wait, there's an M on the door to room 202. I'm guessing I can't go into that room yet, can I? But it's probably Mildred. M for Mildred. So that's probably where one of the clock hands is. So let's go find it. And see what we'll need to get in there. Here we are, door M. It still won't open, and there's a horde of dying moths. Always a good sign, that. No other choices available. I had nothing to do but head back to that stairwell. Sinister though it be, it was the best option I had. The door to the left called. The door to the right, and a H on it. H for Henry. It's probably the one I needed. Of course, it didn't open. Hardly surprising in a place such as this. I'd need to find another way inside. The room was dingy and decrepit, covered in tarps. I see you. Killing monsters was starting to become second nature. They say that he who hunts monsters shall himself become one. Maybe I am already the monster. Maybe it's not the town that's gone mad, but me. The familiar flutter of cloth called my attention to the broken wall. A couple good hits would bring it crumbling down. And so, I had my path. No tighter a squeeze than anything else we've been through so far, but there was a monster in this room and I could hear it. I took the ammo, prayed it'd be enough. Dodged around, saw the bug, and smashed it. The surprise from the door may have been troubling, but it didn't give me any trouble. God, my witty one-liners need my improv needs work. Keep forgetting I'm supposed to be saving bullets for those guys because they explode. Took a little look at the achievement list. Apparently, one of the achievements for this game is to beat it without using the gun. An arbitrary restriction imposed by some unknown voice. Pointless to one such as I, preoccupied with the necessities of survival. Pragmatist, if you will. But it's interesting that it's an option. And I wouldn't mind trying some of the achievements for this game if we decide coming back to it. Because I know there's multiple endings. As is the case for previous game as well. I know slightly more about Silent Hill 1 than Silent Hill 2, and that's really not saying much. I know there was something about a cult. Of course, a cult wouldn't be enough to cause this kind of mess. There's far too much of the supernatural about it. The twisted slime that dripped from the narrow passage didn't give me much hope. But it's not like I had much choice either. Also, that camera angle as we climbed through it had me convinced it was gonna pan out and I'd be face to face with something. Hi there. I noticed that a lot of the ones that are capable of hiding the two sets of legs basically, they'll actually startle and start coming towards you if you take too long aiming at them while they're trying to hide, because they notice that you're not falling for it. So I've decided to start applying that to other enemy types that I see lying around on the ground, in the hopes that it will have the same result there. Just hover the gun over them for a few seconds, see if they flinch, you know? Damn, only 2 shots. Either my aim's getting better, or those guys are weaker than the others. Either way, I need to try and keep that up. I think that one is dead. But I'm hearing little burbles of static, which usually means there's a hider somewhere. I'm sure all of these in fact, I know for a fact because people use them online, that all of these monsters have names. At least I think they do. But I don't know which is which, I don't know what all of them are. And I'm not going to use the names because I don't know which name goes to which monster, even on the ones that I've heard. I think one of those is dead. I'm going to break through the wall into the next room first, anyway. Let's see here. Yeah, no, I can break through into that unnamed room that is presumably part of 307. There we go. Looks like some sort of maintenance room. Okay, that's why it's not marked. It's not one of the apartments, it's maintenance. And the map we got is presumably for residents, and they wouldn't necessarily need to know about all of these side passages. At least not in detail. It's enough to know that they're there. The game's being quite generous to me with its ammo. I gotta do my best. Why does the static play when I get to about here? Must mean there's a monster down this way, it's the only direction I can still go. So no, it's not you. It's probably you. Okay, so that's how you deal with those without access to bullets. You smack them to the ground and then retreat as fast as you can. No room for overkill. There's also probably a monster inside 304. But I can't open 304, so I shan't be finding them. But that got me into the other side of 303. Got me some more bullets from a gun. Actually got an okay amount of bullets. Sprint past the creepy static zone because I know it's a section of the map I can't explore right now. I think if I work my way into 305, I can get over to 304, probably through the wall. I feel like there's got to be a break I can use. I did it. Yeah, I'm getting way better at that. Okay, so I got to keep an eye out for the key to 303, to 306. Which means the only place I can go is this way. Nothing there. Checking the ceilings, because I wouldn't put it past them to hide monsters on the ceilings. That's another way into the side room I was just in, I think. But can I push it? Yes. Yes, I can. I've already been in here, so it doesn't do me much good, but more options is always nice. Especially if I end up having to run. Of course, there ain't much that I'd have to run from in this place. Most of the monsters I could reasonably handle. Except for the pyramid head, of course. Room 307, opposite where I first entered. Something strange was mounted on the roof. Well, more of a ceiling, I guess. Well, what is a ceiling but the roof of a room, you know? Let's get philosophical here. Check every drawer, collect all you can find. I finally had more medicine than I needed. I considered that quite the boon. That strange ceiling-mounted radio, it raised more questions than answers. Could be that it was the work of someone else who dealt with these monsters, realized the radio could detect them. Playing music, though. A welcome reprieve from the silence, even if it meant hearing the monsters would be a little harder. clearly whoever lived here was the musical type. Before whatever happened. As my gaze swept over the room, I saw no sign of monsters. But there was no telling how long that would last. A rusted fire extinguisher greeted me from a nearby table. I'd need some sort of handle for that valve. Otherwise, I wouldn't be getting anywhere. And so, I found myself stepping back onto that same landing. From a different side. From a different floor. Through the window and back into hell. The sound of it latching shut behind me filled me with a dread I can't really describe. Tell you what though, doing like the inner monologue noir detective thing is helping me be less terrified. At least for now. What are you talking about? This ain't a bit. It's just how I think. Like how I think we can take this valve off after we turn it. Hi, buddy. Tell you what, while the monsters are creepy, they don't scare me half as much as the ambience in this game. Of course, that doesn't mean that they can't get the drop on you. Here, I thought my aim was getting better. How far back did that put me? Back in 303. Wait, so this is right after I climbed through the window that cracked? No, it's right after I climbed up to this section. It's an unfortunate amount of re-navigating, but it's what I gotta work with. Especially under the circumstances. That... The way that mirror over there sort of darkens, I for a second thought a silhouette walked past. I know what I'm doing. Mostly. Reno's coming to check on me because he's noticed that I got a bit startled. But always have your emotional support dog with you for these situations. Speaking of horror games and my dog, I watched the Scary Game Squad play Blair Witch Project video game. And I had to do it with headphones. Because every time because obviously there's a dog in that game. And whenever anything happened to that dog, my dog Gino, he would get really upset. He'd rush in, and he'd squeak, and he'd be trying to check if it was all right. And that's really sweet of him, and it's also why I had to wear headphones for that entire viewing. It's also probably why I won't play that game on this channel. Well, I mean that, and obviously that I've already seen most of it, but didn't stop me from playing this, I guess. Of course, what I saw of this was a playthrough of the original game many, many years ago, and then also the Josh Christ plays video on it, which I also barely remember because it's been quite a while since I watched it. Uh, both fantastic series, by the way. I do recommend watching Josh Strife's review of those sorts of games because he has some really interesting insights. Even if he ignored party members for two whole sections of Neverwinter Nights. Okay, I'm now back here. It's kind of nice knowing roughly what I'm looking for this time. I'm guessing this will winch down the. What it will probably do is it'll probably lower the radio onto the table again. And it might also, hopefully, pull the door open. I wonder if the specific notes it's playing are important. Some sort of piano puzzle that would probably give me quite a bit of grief, because I tend to be quite bad at that sort of thing. Anyway, when you pull this, it causes the monsters to show up. So, that's better. Hi, buddy. That went way better than last time. Let's reload. Ah, I've left my coffee somewhere after yet. Always have coffee on you for horror games. I find it helps. I mean, to be fair, I just use coffee whenever I'm recording anything. It's just how I am. Oh, okay, so that's how all this connects. This is actually part of that same room we first crawled into. And now that we've opened it, we have the key to room 306, I think. Let me just check. Yep, so we can now go back to that door we couldn't open and actually open it. Of course, that does mean we'll end up. Oh, screw you. It means we'll end up facing monsters because. Because we know for a fact there are monsters in that room because of the way the radio's been buzzing. Of course, we still didn't have much of a choice. Nothing for it but to keep on keeping on. Even if it was the bowels of hell we were walking into. Ammo's running. We'll have to hope I find some lying around. I need to be a lot more frugal with my bullets if we're going to make it through this alive. Sweep every inch of every room, collect everything you can find, and pray that it'll be enough to save you. That's the horror movie way. Wonderful. Something wicked crawled out of that bathtub. There you are. Fuck. One of these vomiting things is here too. God, I hate fighting those things. Especially in groups. Couldn't have bought a katana or something? No, it had to be just a random piece of wood. I'd settle for a baseball bat, actually. That'd probably be good. Maybe a cricket bat. We want to get British up in here. Either way, the only way of getting out of here is by pulling that crank, which will put us right back where we were, so this crank better be the one that comes off. Oh, Jesus. Okay, I now have the valve, which allows me to buy video games on the internet. Oh, hi! Batter up, fella. Oh. Well, so much for having more medicine than I need. Still beats the hell out of being dead. I see you. Don't particularly like getting vomited on. I see you. "13 bullets left. Must be our unlucky day." Of course, at least we know where we're going. That in itself is better than nothing. Did I even come all the way down this hallway? I didn't, and there were bullets. Okay, well that's worth it then. If they put a monster in here now, that'd be fantastically good from a, like, creepy standpoint. Kinda glad they haven't. Or at least if they have, I don't see them. So that in itself might be a bad thing. Of course, they might show up once I pull the valve and open the doors. Just like every other time I've done that. Why does lowering the rate... Oh, because the radio has the hour hand on it. So it's part of the clock puzzle. Okay. I'm sure there's a metaphor I'm missing here. Something that explains why someone would string a radio up to the ceiling. That's probably something I don't need to know. Even if I'd like to. Henry's door was still locked up tight. As the icy cold grip of the save point wrapped around my thoughts, I felt that strange comfort that comes from knowing even death is the end. I'm going to take a quick moment here to grab my coffee. Right, okay then. I'm back, I've got my coffee, let's find our way out of this hell. I think we go back up the stairs we just came down, and through that new door we have access to. I've been all the way... I don't think there's anything down here, but I wanted to check. Oh. So that door doesn't help me at all. You know, maybe I don't need to get into these doors, I just need to point the correct hands at these doors. Put the hour hand back. Let's reread the puzzle again, maybe we can do something with it. Henry fears Scott, he'll run from him and hide, he's fled to the west, to the other side. But here comes Mildred with unknown intent. Scott lies face down, blind to her descent. So, I don't know, maybe point it straight down? Or point it in the direction of one of the hands from this thing? Oh wait, no. Let's try pointing it. No, it needs to be like actually a right angle. Okay, that did something. I think that's probably opened Henry's door. It's probably what that does. Let's have a look. Yep. So pointing the hand the correct way for that person opens their door. Which lets us get into Henry's incredibly beautiful compared to everything else room. I can't wait for it to get covered in zombie vomit. See, this looks promising. So I need something bird-shaped to go in his weird pendulum thing. And I also need something to open that door. Henry's place is kind of nice. For some reason the bathroom was sealed off. Sure, that can't be for any sinister reasons, but... Oh, come on, no. Come on, James, why would you do this? Why would you even think to do that? And now that path is closed. Everything is hellish. Things are rumbling. And there are monsters about. Hi, Bobby. Wow, so the second we reached into his toilet, the entire apartment reverted to its Dark World version and became way more horrifying. Yeah, that seems about right. And in the Dark World version of this apartment, the door back is boarded up, as is the thing we squeezed through to get here, so we now have to take the long way around, I'm guessing. Also, we can open Mildred's apartment and go through all of this again. Because we can't just up and leave the town, right? That'd be crazy. Now who's salty about having to explore everywhere? You know damn well that you'd be exploring every inch of this place too. You know, I think I'd draw my line at shoving my hand down the toilet, actually. I think that's probably where I would leave off. The pigeon fitted perfectly, but I still needed another bird in order for this to pan out correctly. I didn't see it in the apartment anywhere, so my only choice was to search beyond. The place that monster would come from. The place those monsters would be. I went north first. A slight buzz of radio static told me I was walking into trouble. Not that I had much choice in the matter, of course. God, I don't like that sound. I don't like that sound one bit. That's horrible. Huh, an intact TV. What a horrible, horrible place to be. At least I have ammo if it really comes down to it. I just hope it doesn't, you know? Open the door first. Then I can look behind me. I can... Something dangled above the bathtub, like a lure, bait on a hook. I knew that touching it was going to get me in trouble, but I didn't have a choice. Especially because my torch went out at just the right time to show me what I was looking at. Oh God. They baited me into wasting ammo. Looked just like one of the monsters. All to trick me so that when I turned back, I wouldn't be so scared. There now. Still, I found something. No clue what it's for, but I'm sure it'll be helpful. Check the rest of the way down the hall in case I can... Yep, there's bullets. So many bullets. A very helpful amount of bullets. I've been in 210, I don't need to go back in there yet. I do probably want to smash that if I can. Consequences be damned. Don't like how the radio got quiet once I smashed the wall. Or that blood trail either. Still, any situation where you can get back up, keep moving. That is what counts. Is that a monster? Or is it just a trick of the light? The way it's swaying, it's too rhythmic. I think it just might be a trick. Or maybe it's just meant to look like it's cloth when it is in fact exactly what I'm looking for. Yep. Hi, buddy. Radio's dead. I can keep walking. Okay, that's got me back out into the hallway. That's not where I want to be right now. Because this is a dead end. Instead, I want to presumably get what looks like part of the swan figure I meant to hang up. Whoop! Didn't see you. I can probably, if I have to, combine it with... Okay, it's a pretty creepy looking swan, but it'll balance the scales. That's what I need, isn't it? Push comes to shove. Okay. What I have to do is that. Balance the scales, open the door. Sorry, I have a really bad track record for interrupting stuff today. I had the doorbell go just then. Okay, we use the winged key to open the door. And we head on down. Don't particularly like the idea of jumping, but it's better than being up here. Probably. Okay, now we're in room 110 on the first floor. We have not been anywhere on the first floor. So this will all be new. I don't understand what it means when you get that weird static looking at certain objects. It's got to be significant, right? I don't want to look it up. I might check the game manual, like the thing you can open in the pause menu, and have a look. See if it says anything about it. But if it doesn't, I'm just going to assume I'm not meant to know. At least not until the game's over. So that got me out of this door, which I presumably can't open from either side. Otherwise, why would there be a crawl space? Room 111 is about as locked as it can be. But I don't have a key to the stairs, so I can't go back upstairs yet. Yet is the key word, though, isn't it? Because all I gotta do is keep on puzzling. Eh, not much to find, is there? Just a key. Hopefully I won't have to do a multi-step puzzle to get the key to get me back upstairs to continue the multi-step puzzle to get a key. Oof. Oh, I don't like that. The way the lights briefly look like eyes just caught me.
Oh, it's you.
Hey,
I'm James.
Angela.
Angela. Okay.
you alright?
Look, I'm not sure what you're planning, but there's always another way.
Really? What's the point? It's easier just to run. Maybe it's all we deserve.
We?
Me. You. We're all the same.
I'm not like you.
And a fact.
Are you afraid? Sorry.
It's okay. Did you find your mother?
No. Not yet.
Did she live here? In this building?
I don't know.
So all you know is that she lived in this town?
What did you say? How did you know that?
We spoke,
Oh.
remember?
I just figured because this is where you're looking for her. How else would I know?
Yeah. Sorry. Did you find the person that you were looking for?
Not yet.
Not yet. Her name's Mary. She's my wife.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I don't know why I think she's here. She died 3 years ago.
She's dead?
But don't worry, I'm not crazy.
I don't know, we
At least
kinda
I don't
sound
think
crazy,
so.
James.
We have to find my mama.
Should I go with you? This town really is dangerous. Now I know what you meant back there in the cemetery.
No, it's okay. Besides, I'd just slow you down.
What about that?
Will you hold it for me?
Sure, no problem.
Do that much at least, but you
If I
should really
kept
have a
it-
way to defend yourself.
I'm not sure what I might do. No! I'm sorry! I've been bad! Please don't!
God, Angela. Please be okay. Angela's knife. Next to it, a key. The key of resilience. How strange. So there's a room-length mirror here. Is there anything in the mirror that isn't in the room? Because I know my stuff. I know there's usually a clue here. Huh. That's a little strange. That photo feels significant, but I can't interact with it. Okay, so there's the closet. And Angela went this way. I guess the key of resilience will let me open the stairs and go back up to where the clocks are. Sure seems like everyone in this town is looking for something. That's a noise I don't like one bit. Use the key, we get out of here as fast as possible. No room for mistakes, and no room for... Oh hey, this must be Scott's door. Mark that down. Mark that down and keep going. It's been a while since we've hit a save point. Hope we find one soon. Don't like being around here very much. Where's La Flama? I feel like if I could translate the names of some of those, I'd understand a lot more. I don't need to hunt the monsters, he said as he hunted the monsters. Another mysterious photo. Forever Together. Number 6, and that's a photo of room 208. Oh, the key works on this door too. Okay, I'm back by the save room. I'm just going to go and save, and we'll continue from there next episode. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time for more Silent Hill 2. Stories get pretty creepy, and the games definitely get to me a lot more as we get further in, but... well, I'll see you then.